YouTube. I'm about to share what's probably the best gaming laptop I've ever set my eyes and hands upon. It definitely has the best CPU I've ever used with the latest 14th gen Intel 14900 i9, and it's definitely the best GPU I've ever set my hands upon, with it rocking the RTX 4090. Man, this is a gamer's dream, right? And guess what? Dreams do come true. This 18-inch behemoth is the meanest laptop in all of the right ways. This is the Asus ROG Scar 18, and boy, I'm scarred in the right way. Let me share my experience with this laptop with you, and yeah, this is gonna be good. Now, when we hop into this laptop and we take a deeper look under the hood, it gets very exciting. As I said, you get the i9, this is the 14900HX, which is the laptop edition of the 14900, Windows 11 Pro, bundled with the RTX 4090 laptop GPU, which is phenomenal, might I add. I'm gonna tell you guys how much of gaming on this feels like an at-home gaming PC. We'll get more into that in a second. Now, this has up to 4 terabytes of PCIe 4 storage, or you can do up to 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM memory. Now, in this one, as tested, this is 32 gigabytes of RAM paired with all of those other specs, the i9 and the 4090. If we take a deeper look into the i9, you'll see that we have 24 cores, 16 efficiency cores, 8 performance cores with 32 threads, as well as a TDP of up to 65 watts, which is quite impressive. And if we grab another Asus product, which I've made videos on, I actually have a video coming instantly on this right here. This is the Asus ROG Ally, which I have said nothing but positives about this. And this is the true portable new small form factor gaming PC. But it has a TDP max of 35 watts in boost mode with the, plug-in and so forth. So we're almost at double that TDP with this beast and machine, and gaming on it is a breeze. I'm gonna share a lot about that in a second. Obviously, these are like the high boost modes, and you're throwing everything under there, but the performance out of this GPU is impressive. Another thing that's beast about this device, we're gonna get into this beautiful mini LED panel, might I add, but it's the cooling, this cooling setup. And it's not just the fact that there's a large full width heat sink, there's a lot of fans and so forth. The noise, or the lack thereof. Not every gaming PC, gaming laptop, gaming handheld is gonna have fans that need to turn on to keep it cool, because you're doing a lot of heat making, activity. But it's about how well it's handled. And it's handled very well on the Scar 18. I was actually impressed, especially in comparison to my Lenovo, which is, the fans kick up on that thing, and it doesn't have the specs of what this has. Now, in addition to the cooling and fans and so forth, you're gonna see this thing is vent full. A lot of vents around the design of the Scar 18, and it's welcome because cooling is everything. And honestly, how the vents are implemented on the design of a laptop attributes to that fan noise or lack thereof, or how well controlled it is. So just something to keep in mind, and it's done really well on the design of this device, as my fan noise from the furnace cuts off. Perfect timing. Let's talk about it. This 2.5K mini LED display that has all of the bells and whistles, 100% DCI-P3, a lot of HDR brightness. I think it's up to 1100 nits, 240 hertz refresh rate with a 3 millisecond response time, and NVIDIA G-Sync. Like, what else could you want from a panel? Mini LED is actually really good, and I got a video that I'm gonna be doing between the comparison of an OLED TV to a mini LED TV. I'm gonna tell you this mini LED panel is really nice. It has an anti-reflective coating property to it as well. The colors pop, Dolby Vision, all of the good things that you could want. Like, there's nothing not here that I can think of that I would want. Like, it has everything, and it's 18 inches. Woo! So in addition, there's some really nice software being added in here to help you control, like, you know, your fans and your GPU boost and so forth, and you being able to set it into a mode that accommodates your gaming or when you're not gaming, you know, setup, and it's with a click of a button, which is super cool. I've tested it with the high-end, you know, crazy gusto gaming mode, and also have had it in just the normal chill in between, like, you know, I can do both here and there, and I can tell you it does perform extremely well, and it has some cool settings, and it's easy to do. It's not overly complicated, and that's good, because sometimes gaming PCs, building PCs, they can be intimidating, and this software and the UI that's being given helps ease that complexity, if that makes sense. Let's talk about the keyboard, you guys. RGB goodness, full keyboard, numpad, the whole works, a nice size touchpad as well, and great key travel. Definitely better than what I have on, you know, my MacBook Pros that I typically use on the usuals. It has an RGB strip around the outer edging on the rear. Especially when you plug in, it has these RGB effects that continue even when it's in like the sleep, calm, rested mode. So you have a keystroke of 2 millimeters, and also you have dedicated hotkeys on here, which add to the user experience, which we'll get into in a second. So I pretty much talked about enough when it comes to specs. I mean, has Dolby Atmos audio, excuse me, 5.1.2 channels, you know what I mean? Listen, this thing has the works, but talking about specs means nothing. We gotta talk about user experience, the most important part, gaming on this thing. And before I get there, let's talk about battery really quick. You got a 90 watt-hour battery, and it has rapid Type-C charging. But the main thing that you're gonna use this device for is gaming, right? This is a gaming laptop, has the gaming aesthetic to it. That's what this thing is built for, and that's what this thing does well. I pulled up Call of Duty. Let me add, this thing has Wi-Fi 6E in it, right? I've been playing with my Wi-Fi 7 router unplugged. Listen, I'm one of those people that game competitively on COD. I take it serious. I'm chasing frame rates, and I'm chasing speeds. You know, latency, the best latency. And I typically plug in. I was able to use this wire-free outside of the power cable, you know, when I'm going for performance and competitiveness, you know what I mean? But I have played it without the power cable as well, but cable-free, no Ethernet cables. And I'm getting the speeds, all of the speeds that I need to game and play Call of Duty, Warzone, multiplayer, without a hitch. It felt like I was plugged in. And that right there is everything you could want in a portable gaming PC. Now, I played with this with my sim rig as well. Well, right now I got my bootleg sim rig. I don't have my full sim rig, but there will be a sim rig coming to the channel, and we gotta build that out in full. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. And I will be updating everything. I have a, Thrustmaster right now, and we're probably gonna change that to a full-on direct drive. Stay tuned for that. But I was able to run Forza Horizon in Ultra mode on here. Didn't get, you know, the craziest FPS on that point, but when I like toned down a few things, come on man, we were 100 plus some odd FPS on a consistent basis. And I enjoyed the gameplay on Horizon, Forza Motorsport. I also pulled out F1 24, I think. No, 23, 24. I forgot which one I got. The latest F1 that's in Game Pass. And that game is difficult. Driving the F1 car is not easy. I gotta play that some more. I can't wait to get the official sim rig. But the fact that I was able to do that and stringed it out to a 65-inch OLED monitor, had everything plugged into it. I mean, every single port on here was filled, and this thing performed like a champ. It performed like a full-on desktop PC. So I'm able to game whatever game I want to game and how I want to game and the games that I like to game. And that matters the most. So I'm able to do what I like to do on this thing. And I played on it without the external panel, obviously, on this panel, keyboard, mouse, as well as with my Xbox Elite Series 2 controller, and I enjoyed it. Like, this thing is phenomenal. The performance, it actually impressed me so much to the point that I gotta build a PC, up-to-date one now. I have a PC this up there now, but I gotta build another PC. And I gotta go i9, and I gotta eventually get the 4090. Right now I got 4080. I have a 4080 Super on the way for the PC. Actually, it's here. So that build's coming. We're gonna do a 4080 build, and then we're gonna do a 4090 build. So yes, we have a lot of gaming PC builds coming to the channel. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell, because it's going to be legendary. The fact that I'm able to hook up a full-on sim rig and run it off of this alone, the fact that I'm able to play Call of Duty competitively with high frame rates on this alone, the fact that I can play any game I want to play, no matter the genre or the type of game that I want to play, as I would on my gaming PC, is everything. And the fact that when I'm not gaming, if I wanted to do video editing, if I wanted to do my photo editing, if I wanted to do media consumption on this beautiful mini LED 2.5K resolution panel, I can do all of that, and I can enjoy it to its fullest. HDR content looks beautiful and amazing on this thing. What can this thing not do? Yes, like I told you guys in the beginning, this is the laptop of a gamer's dream, and dreams do come true. And that's as simple as it gets when it comes to the Asus ROG Scar 18 2024. What else can I say? And it can game better than some of your gaming PCs at home that you built. Now, all in all, this is the high-end, positioning of gaming laptops, especially with this spec. So it's gonna have a high-end price tag. I mean, you got a mini LED panel coming with you, but it's warranted, especially if you're going gusto. Now, if this is a little rich or too rich for your blood, they have the 4080 version, which, knocks off a lot on the price. You still get the same mini LED panel. You still can do, the same RAM and storage options and so forth, but you just, settle for the 4080, and the 4080 is a great GPU as well if you want to go that route. But for those who want to go gusto, those who want to build out something that's next level and go 4090, man, I don't see anything keeping me from recommending this, other than if it's not in your budget. It's actually a nice looking gaming laptop. Yes, it has size and build to it, but that's what should come with a device of this caliber. And that's what you should expect. If you expect to go with the Scar 18, is a gamer's dream. As simple as that. All right, I'm done rambling on. I'm gonna go enjoy it. And matter of fact, I'm gonna go play with this right now, because we about to go get on the sim rig. Oh, this is pretty lit right here. Massive. This is 18-inch laptop. This is the works. This is like really what is the dream for a gamer in a portable laptop, is this device. This thing is beautiful. RGB, performance modes, you know what I mean? Armory crate, the whole bundle, all in one. That is by far an experience that someone like me, who tends to game like FPS, competitively, like, I love this. I love this device. I love this panel. I love the quality I'm getting here. I'm actually getting a better experience than my main PC that I have built.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, new watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night.